Hello and welcome back to Ado's Diecast Models and More. In this episode here, I'm going to do that custom build, the Gladiator Jeep, which I was talking about. This is my custom I've done. I'm going to show you how I've actually built the tray and how I've done my lift underneath. That's a standard one. You can see the height difference there. My little custom winch on the front there. I'll show you where I got that from as well. Right, moving on. I'll start with a simple lift. Right, here's one here I've done a simple lift with. Two different types of ways I do this. This one here, you can see all I've done, use standard axles. I put little grooves in here. Just in the top. So be careful on how deep you go with this as well. Because if you go too deep, you'll lower the vehicle too much, but make sure you got it nice and straight as well. So when you got your axle set in place, they're nice and even, and the wheels look in line. If you cut them on an angle, it's going to look weird. That's a simple way to do a lift kit, because normally your wheels are tucked inside the body like that. And you just pop them out, the axle's out, turn the chassis upside down, and that's where you make your grooves through there. What I've done on half of this one, it's another way I lower them, some copper tube, and then you put some slightly smaller copper tube inside that one, like that there. And that fits in there. And what you do from here, if you want to do it like this, you'll get your axle. Stay still. Then you'll actually chop that in half there. Actually chop it in half, and then the axles actually go on each side of that one there, and that'll give you your wider stance if you want to do it like that. A little bit more mucking around involved. Simple way is just slide it out through the top. You drop your axle in like that. If you're happy with how it's sitting, if it's still too high, just shave it through a little bit more. Hacksaw blade, I find works pretty good. And when you got it where you want it and it's nice and straight, a little dob of super glue in the middle and holds the axle in place. You can go dobs on the outside, but just be careful. Get it out too far, it might bind your wheels up and they won't spin. So that's how I lift my four-wheel drives with the Gladiators. Now I'll show you how I've done the tray. There you go, standard to mine. I'll cut the back off like this one. I go just behind the window here, there's a plate on these. I'll just go just behind that and I'll cut it all the way off. Like that one there. I'll cut just in behind that plate there, take the whole rear end off, both sides. The rivet's actually mounted to this piece. That you take the whole lot out, get rid of that. That's that rivet there. That'll disappear altogether. Don't worry about that. You still got a front rivet. When you put the whole car together, you just glue it all down. Stays together quite nicely, like this one. Rivet's completely gone there. Front's intact. It holds together nicely. Cool. And paint your interior up if you want, like your bumpers and stuff. Standard grey here. I'll paint all my interior up. There you can see on the stock one, it's all standard, hasn't been touched. Change all that out. And for the tray, bit of aluminium you get from the hardware store over here in Australia, Bunnings. What I use is a bit of aluminium gauge. There you go, 1.6 by 1. Works a treat. And I'll normally go, I'm going to go in centimetres here, so wide the tray, you're looking at just under 3.5 centimetres wide. Just over, sorry. Time to fill that in. Length's about the same, it's about 3 long. Just under. And you're about 1 centimetre high at the front. And that'll give you your right sort of proportions on your rear tray. There we go. Looks about right for a dual cab. Not too out of place. You can turn the front around too. You want to look like you pop the 4-drive outside. You don't want your tray sticking way too wide. So just depending on which 4-drive you're mucking around with, your widths and stuff might be slightly different. And then a bit of copper tube, copper square. This is like square copper tube, I suppose you'd say, on the sides, and a bit of round copper tube on top. Just make sure when you do that, go just slightly higher than the top of the cab, and you should get that sort of effect. You muck around with it more if you want, longer trays, shorter trays, but I find this is how I do mine. Looks pretty spot on there with the lift. I'll whack some wheels back on this one quickly. There we go. How it look. Obviously I'm going to paint the tray up. Get that painted up. I don't know whether to go black like the other one, or maybe go silver or something, but for this vehicle here I'll just get it all glued together. I'm actually going to just leave this paint scheme on it. I'll paint up all the bumpers and stuff, change all that colour around a little bit, but I'm going to leave this paint scheme, paint this up. I'll leave these big wheels on it. They look pretty cool actually. Get all that sorted. And I've got another one I'm going to do. So instead of being a 4-wheeler, it's going to be a 6-wheeler. So I've done a longer tray. So I'm going to go duals at the rear here. There's going to be another set behind there. Longer tray. Be a lifted vehicle as well. Probably show you that in the next video. A little bit more mucking around for that one. How I'm actually how I'm going to do it with the back. You see under here, I'll paint the tail lights up and stuff once I do all the tray. There you go. That's how I do my lifts and my trays on the Gladiator. There we go. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll get this one all buttoned up. When I do the 6-wheeler, I'll do a full paint job on that one. Like the blue, well, it won't be blue, but we paint it up. And I'll show you that in the next video. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.